The skies are. Oh boy. The skies are our oyster. We can go a whole lot of different places. The capture card can cut out very briefly. Um, but we got some things to do. First of all, we got to take care of this part where we're a fallen pirate, because that's rude. Okay, Nazareth is just like straight down. It's just over this. Oh, nope. It's more right over there.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst! We did it!
Alright. Here at Nazrad, I believe we need to find us the Sailors Guild. Hello.
Did somebody say sailors?
I'm on the hunt for some sailors.
Yeah, it's not me, unfortunately. I'm not the sailors.
Okay. On the day the snow turned to rain. Oh, the saddest JPEG.
Oh dear, yeah, no kidding. Whatever. All the shops are still running.
You're like one of those wanted pirates. Also, I want to buy your coin.
I totally caught myself.
I'm turning myself in for my own bounty. Apparently, you now have to leave the zone and come back. Because... old video game.
Get an even newer JPEG.
And back in we go. Not that way, I guess. Oh, there he is. Look at that smug guy.
Oh there!
Not the voice I was expecting out of that man. Whoa!
May righteousness be our shield, shield of justice.
Delta shield!
Let's take some not damage. How's about? That's my plan.
Moons, bless us!
I like that they have a different like voice line when they use their spells. It's like, moons, bless us. Just gotta keep not dying. That's my main plan here.
May righteousness be our shield, shield of justice.
Being not dead usually a good plan.
Delta shield! I need a shield!
I like that they have a fake Delta shield also. That's entertaining.
Let's try this!
I'm disappointed that they don't have a fake fourth member.
That would be funny if they had like a fake fourth member depending on whoever your fourth member at the time you fight them is.
Or they're out of date, so they have like fake Drachma or fake Glider. Gilder, whatever his name is.
That would also be very funny. I think I need a couple more turns to... not to give up the... And we just keep the
May
shields
righteousness
going.
be our shield. Shield of justice.
Always be shielding.
Delta shield!
Feel my fire. Anita burst.
Doing some damage. Even with those shields.
Cutlass Wrath is very funny.
Cutlass Wrath.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
Moons, bless us.
Okay. Actually, gonna do that. You remove buffs. You put on that shield.
May
As much as
righteousness
that
be our
really
shield.
helps.
Shield of justice.
Feel my fire. Anita burst.
Cleanse the land!
Bigger.
Here goes. Gotcha.
You missed.
Moons,
Oh,
bless
that's
us.
gonna hurt. Okay, well.
Delta shield!
This should work.
Okay.
Cutlass Wrath.
Ow again.
Moons, bless us.
hear ya.
What? Secondarily, that's really annoying that she debuffed me.
This should work.
Why do these bosses have to be so hard?
Fair question.
Bless us.
Why do you have a heal spell? That's annoying.
Delta shield!
Hello.
Hello.
Ugh. Sorry, it took me a minute to get here. I was up but not fully awake.
Fair enough.
How's it going?
We're fighting the fake, the team of fake Vice Ica Athena here.
Okay, this answers a lot of questions I had. So I was gonna be like, I can't remember where we left off.
This should work.
I knew that we at least got to the point where your title had changed and there were apparently imposters.
Yes.
But for some reason I thought you might have already beat them. But now that I'm here and see the boss fight happening and there was a red Vice, I was like, okay. Position in the game established. This is very silly.
This is very silly and also moderately irritating.
Is the fight not going great?
Not going the greatest.
Delta shield!
This should work.
Oh, so correction.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the thing I saw about Walton Goggins being casted in Bison was incorrect.
Oh.
Instead, they've cast David Dastelmachian.
That's weirder.
Uh-huh. That is stranger, because I honestly thought that the Walton Goggins thing made sense in terms of... That guy was in Fallout. He was popular, so of course they're going to cast him. Just grab a name out of a hat of like a popular actor who's in a video game thing. David Dastelmachian is a much stranger choice, but also, again, I'm kind of into it. I can see it, if I picture it in my head. You've just got to imagine M. Bison as an even bigger weirdo. Also, they've released the new PS Plus monthly games.
Yep.
Oh, right, I should grab those.
Diablo 4 Standard, Jusant, and King of Fighters 15.
I have 2 of those games.
Is King of Fighters 15 any good?
Better than 14.
I think, yeah, I think it's
Okay.
fine.
Alright. I haven't really seen anyone talk about KOF 15, basically
Yeah,
since it came out.
Yeah, the tournament scene for it was never huge.
Anita first.
I understand that this is the way of the world, but, like, not a massive fan of the fact that it's 3D. I get it. Everything has to be 3D, but
That's
man, I
unfortunate.
miss how good What was it? 13 looks?
Yeah, KO of 13 looks amazing.
Moons, give me strength.
13, I had some issues with some of the style choices, but yeah, they did a good job with it. Like the background, some of them were really weird.
Moons, bless us.
This might be the death of this attempt at this boss fight.
Sorry.
If you lose all of your characters, you'd have to change their outfits.
Feel
Yep.
my fall. Anita first.
Well. Take two.
As you die, I just want to point out that Anita Burst doesn't even make sense as the name for that move, because the original move is not called, like, Ica Burst. Come on, weird copies, get your shit straight.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Delta shield.
I dare ya. Here goes.
Take two.
Moons, bless us.
I feel like there was another climbing game that I saw announced just recently.
Cairn, I think?
Maybe that was it. So I thought Jusant was that for a minute, and I was like, no, different climbing game.
Are you talking about the one where the lady and her hands are bleeding?
Yes, that's Karen, apparently, I think. Because Karen is the realistic climbing game. Well, I don't know, because this one,
May righteousness
Karen
be
has
our
like
shield.
a stylized, almost cell shape,
Yeah,
flatly colored. Was that the one with the bloody hands?
yeah. I don't know if it's flatly colored, but it's certainly stylized, like cartoonish.
I remembered the one with the bloody hand
Okay.
and the realistic look.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm just remembering the one from
There's
the,
the bloody
the
hands in this
Naughty
one.
3 stuff.
Yeah, I was clicking through, I saw the bloody hands in the Karen
Okay.
trailer. That's the one. Alright.
Moons, bless us.
And then Diablo 4 is Diablo 4. So I guess it's
Yeah.
getting a new season soon.
It has an expansion. I have no
I'm gonna be
idea.
honest, I haven't touched it. I haven't touched it since we all played through it, so
Yeah, I haven't really
I
either.
went back and played Diablo 3 instead.
Because there was a season or two before
Diablo
the
3
expansion.
though.
Diablo 3, now there's a game, yeah. There was a season or two before
Yeah.
the expansion of Diablo 4, and now there's another season. I guess, I don't know what. The problem with seasons is they don't coincide with seasons, so I have no idea how long their seasons are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing they aped the idea from television and sports, but
Yeah, like seasons kind of make more sense to me in games that have like a competitive online scene. Single, like, well, I mean, I guess Diablo's not really a single player game, but you know what I mean. There's not really, from what I know, a PvP scene in Diablo.
no,
It's
they're
definitely
never,
not a focus.
no. There was in World of Warcraft, but definitely not in Diablo that I know of. I mean,
'Cause
people
I know
play
three
PvP.
had. I know 3 had like a PvP arena you could go to.
Right, right. Even 2 people would play PvP, but it wasn't ever like a sizable thing.
Yeah.
I mean, people certainly took it seriously, but it was
Bless us.
a small portion of the player base.
Hmm.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Delta shield!
Feel my fire. Anita burst.
Ha! Cutlass wrath!
Moons. Bless us.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Delta shield!
Let's try this.
Long animations.
Yep. As you'd expect. Just kind of getting through the fight again, you know.
Yeah.
It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but that said, that move is absurd. Just the animation on that Vice special attack. Very dramatic. At least he does almost 5,000 damage. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Ha! Cutlass wrath!
Moons. Bless us.
This is a very silly boss fight, but I do want to mention while you're doing it how much I like mirror boss fights in games.
It's fun.
It's something I pretty much always enjoy. Like, I really, really enjoy the Trial of Shar in Baldur's Gate 3, where you fight like a copy of your party.
We're doing that recently in my recent playthrough of
Righteousness be our shield. Shield
Baldur's
of
Gate
justice.
3 with people.
I
Also,
really
in the
enjoy
best that
whenever-
it's like ever gone for me, for
Oh,
for
okay.
us, where it's just like because my insane warlock fighter sorcerer build,
Anita burst.
like I just exploded my doppelganger on the first turn.
See, that's what I enjoy, is whenever you get someone who's able to just wipe themselves in a fight like that. I don't know, there's something very appealing about someone just being able to take themselves off the table. I mentioned it before, and it's the one I always go back to, but the Fire Emblem Awakening DLC battle,
Let's
where you
try
fight
this.
your own army, is incredible.
At least this is progress. We've gotten rid of one of the imposters.
I was gonna ask who you thought the most dangerous one was, but considering you singled out fake Ica, I'm assuming that.
So the main
now you
thing
got
here
the-
is so fake Ica has a bunch of multi-target stuff that's really irritating.
Mhm.
Fake Fina has spells, but that can be countered by Delta Shield, which is less annoying. And Vice's only problem is the Cutlass Wrath sucks. What is it? Okay. I need to revive Ica. Important. We need to cure you. You need to throw a shield out.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Yeah, we do kind of just need to... This is a weird fight in that it is a lot of just sitting around building up so that you can keep the shields going on everyone, and then also doing big Vice attacks, it seems.
Here goes. Gotcha. Ow.
On the plus side with the numbers, the what do you call it? With the number advantage secured, this shouldn't be too bad.
You say that.
It'll be fine. That said, as we noticed from the ship battles, apparently buffing is effective.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a buff, that's an explosion. Alright. So I was gonna say, oh yeah, with the numbers advantage, this should be easy, and then I remembered you actually had the numbers advantage since the battle started,
Yeah.
because there's only 3 imposters, and I forgot you were a 4-man team, so I keep forgetting the prince is there. It's hard to get used to, he's new still.
He's hanging out.
He's only been here for hours.
I dare ya.
Ugh.
Here goes. That helped.
Let's try this. Moons, bless us.
Boink.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Delta Shield!
Moons, bless us.
Yeah, as long as Fina stays up,
Gotcha.
or sorry, as long as Ica stays up, Fina's pretty taken care of. Or Fina.
Oh, is that how it's pronounced?
I don't know.
Need to wait for the inevitable remake when someone finally teaches us how to pronounce it. It only took how many years for someone to teach us how to say Lagiacrus?
Lagiacrus.
Still getting used to it.
Yep.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Delta Shield!
Moons, give me strength.
silver. Cheating on the weaknesses again, don't mind me.
Oh, that makes sense.
Always be cheating.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Delta shield!
Ooh, oh man, sorry, it's taking me a while to get woken up here.
Fair enough. There was a lot of Monster Hunter last night, let's say.
Yeah. Ooh. Let's see. Something I was going to ask you about. I can't remember what
Let's
it
try
was.
this.
It was something I explicitly thought of last night while we were playing Monster Hunter. And I had the conscious thought of, I'll save that for tomorrow, because we might as well talk about it on the stream. Now I can't remember what it was anymore, so good move, me.
Moons, bless us.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Delta shield!
Move,
The
strength.
the doppelganger effect got me for a second because I was looking over at the guide for what to do for the last guy, and I saw the attack happen, and I went, "Oh God, did Fina die from the other Vice?" And then I was like, "Oh wait, no, that was me." Luckily, since no one casts spells anymore, I can now just fully commit to, you know, I don't have to words. I don't have to cast the shield with Aika anymore.
Oh yeah, no more magic to worry about, I guess.
Yep.
It's a shame she's one of your best AoE attackers,
And she had
also
to
your
stay
best
on,
shielder.
stay on magic defense for the entire
Yeah.
fight.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
Moons, give me strength!
Let's try this.
Wait, I think I've wrapped back around to figure out what the hell I was talking about.
Aha.
I was basically just gonna say, I don't think we've talked about it on the stream, but man, this new season of Taskmaster is incredible.
It's real good.
May righteousness be our shield.
I think it might be my favorite season.
It's certainly up there.
I can't think of one off the top of my head that has had just a better group doing weirder shit.
Every so often, the first... because I forget about it until like I see the episode titles. But that first post-COVID season with Arnold O'Hanlon and Chris Ramsey and Bridget Christie, Judy Love, and Sophie Duker makes me laugh very hard often.
I think I need to go back and check that season. Doesn't ring a bell off the top of my head.
The one with the shoe guessing task that goes off the rails.
Yeah, that one's not ringing a bell. I must need to go see that.
Oops, I hit the wrong button. Oh well.
Yeah, I guess in retrospect, there's not a lot to say about the season of Taskmaster other than it's been incredible.
It's been real
And,
good.
Jason Mantzoukas and Stevie Martin are both hilarious.
That is very true.
I like everybody, really. Matthew Baton's funny. If only for all of the horrible, horrible things that keep happening to him. They're, like, entirely self-inflicted.
Yes.
It's amazing how many regrets you can have.
Everybody. Okay, I think we did it. Yay! It only took 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That said, I do think, judging points-wise, Matthew Baton's probably a lock for winning.
Yes. I've seen people do the math, and it's like, if he ever places above third in a task, he has it mathematically locked for the last episode.
They've got how many episodes left? Just the
one, yes.
Part of me was hoping in my head that I'd like misremembered it. It's like they do 2-part finales, right?
No.
No. That's a shame, but you know, all good things.
Yep. And now they're gonna be actors and act out the adventures of Good Vice and crew.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Now you become our PR team. Does that make up for all the reputation you lost while they were being dicks?
Back to Vice the Daring. I think I should be able to get some money from that. $20,000 gold. I know they would like the plot mandate is going to the land of ice, is down at the south end of the map, but there is some side things that I do want to quickly take care of. Namely, like, recruiting some people, like that fortune teller lady. I think if I go back to Ixataka, I think I can recruit some people there. But I know I do also know I need to go back to Yafutoma for thing. Conveniently, Yafutoma is like right here. Let's go straight this way. I hope. Nope. That's not gonna work. I think we can just go to Ixataka and go straight the other way and go around the globe.
You know, I will say, I like that in most games, getting the airship is the point where you kind of get the freedom to circumnavigate the map and everything, and just go wherever you need to go. So I will say I appreciate this game finding ways to put roadblocks in front of you, even though you essentially start the game with an airship, and have one for most of the game. It's an interesting, like, design hurdle to overcome, that I imagine was kind of a pain.
Yeah.
But I think they came up with some fairly novel solutions, like the whole like lower and upper sky being able to move higher or lower in the air to the engine on your airship. Like, that stuff's interesting.
I hope that I'm being useful.
And as someone who likes to, you know, like world build for D&D stuff, finding ways to hamper a party in an airship is good. I like having new ideas for that. Because I like airships.
Well, actually, that does.
There's no way I'm not going to give my party an airship at some point.
I just go like up over this thing. Looks like a no. So, like, I knew we got like a thing that let us go like super high and super low. I meant to heal myself in the intervening moments, but whatever.
Fire consume my enemies! Let him divert!
You know, other thing I don't think we've talked about that also is ending today, Ironheart came out.
Oh, did it come out today? I thought it was like Thursday.
No, I think the new episodes are like today,
Oh,
I want to say. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I looked this up earlier today.
I don't remember.
But hey, we have seen those first 3 episodes.
That's true. I like the guy who plays the Hood more than I was expecting I would like anyone
Yeah,
who
no,
plays
he's
the
good.
Hood.
I mean, he's good, and the Hood, when done well, is an interesting villain. It's just that I think most of the time he's not. Like, when he was first introduced, the Hood kind of fucking was lame as hell, but other people have made the Hood good since then. And I think the show continues on that tradition of, like, yeah, when you use him right, the Hood is fun. Because he should be a dude who is in over his head.
Yes.
That is what I think of when I think of the Hood, is this is a guy who has things he should not, and doesn't really know what he's doing, but he's winging it.
Fire consume my enemies!
That does seem to be how the Hood is working in Ironheart, which is...
Yep. I like it.
Yes.
I like his portrayal. I like what's going on plot-wise. I think it's going to be a really fun time. Although I'm really curious to see how the rest of that plays out. Because the end of the last episode, like, mostly, okay, I'm just going to stop talking around it. I just want to see if it's fucking Mephisto or whatever. Is he just going to talk to the devil in a minute? Is that what's happening
So
here?
I have heard that is who Sacha Baron Cohen is playing.
That's hilarious casting for Mephisto, I will say. But I wonder how he's gonna play him. Because Mephisto is a very weird Marvel character in that he is goofy as hell 90% of the time, despite the fact that he's supposed to be the devil. And you're supposed to be intimidated, but he's not most of the time.
Just makes me think of because it's in like the original Infinity Gauntlet stuff. It's Mephisto who's the one who's like, hey, who's trying to wingman for Thanos. Okay.
Yeah, he's like it's this weird creeping little guy hanging out with Thanos. Like, oh man, Death would probably like it if you did this. Like, I think he's the one who gives Thanos the idea of like, maybe we should just kill like half the universe. Maybe that'll impress her. And Thanos is like, yeah, that is a good idea. And like as he's like weird, like winding back to snap his fingers, Mephisto's like, oh shit, he's really gonna do it. like, god damn it.
I didn't think this would happen.
Yeah. And the whole thing, it's funny, his entire plan was to just hang out and wingman for Thanos until such time as he could try to steal the Infinity Gauntlet for himself. But then he like, of all the different people in that story who get the Infinity Gauntlet by the end, he's not one of them. And to my knowledge, he never gets it. Like, at no point does he ever have it in his possession. It's like, Thanos has it, and fucking, Thanos has it, and I think it changes hands to it changes hands to Nebula.
Yes.
I don't think Doctor Doom ever gets it during the story, but like Nebula gets it, and
Adam
then
Warlock gets it
Adam
at some
Warlock
point, I
has
think.
it.
Yeah.
Adam Warlock has it at the end. After Thanos is like, I lost, cool, check out this nuclear detonator on my belt, fuckers. And then he's like, you've got 10 seconds before this nuke on my belt goes off. I'm gonna kill all of you. And then Thor just like throws him into space. And they're like, well, job well done, Thor. He just explodes in the distance like fucking Team Rocket.
Comics are weird.
They sure
They're
are.
so weird.
I still can't get over the fact that there's the devil in the Marvel universe, and that he fucks with Spider-Man so much.
I mean, the problem is that they keep, like, and this is like comics in general, not just Marvel, like, they keep introducing characters who are directly related to God and or the devil, but, like, never really committing.
Right.
They never, like, the DC will straight up say, no, capital G God. Like, the Christian God is real, the Spectre is the spirit of God's wrath. Like, all this, they will just straight up say, like, no, you know, there's a God. But, Marvel will be like, oh no, there's gods, and there are angels, and there's like, there's a god that everyone refers to as like the one above all, who was drawn as being Jack Kirby back in the Fantastic Four days. But like, Mephisto is quote unquote the devil, in that he is a red demon man what runs hell and controls souls. But there was like a comic where they tried to walk it back, where they were like, no, he's Mephisto, but he's not the devil. He's not like Lucifer. He's the generic concept of a devil, but without necessarily all of the biblical hang-ups. He's more like the devil from Faust. Just theatrical red guy what makes deals for your soul.
Whoop.
Like I said, the thing that makes it weird to me is DC just straight up going like, no, the God and the devil are real. It's straight up just, we're going Christian mythology. But then also you do have, like, the Amazons and the Greek gods hanging out off to the side and whatnot.
Mhm.
Then you've got, like, Darkseid and all of the new gods hanging out. It's not really clear what their role in everything is, because they're gods, but they're really only about as strong as your average Superman villain,
Mm.
which is odd to think about.
And then in Marvel, if there's, the real ass god hanging out there somewhere, he's letting some weird shit go down.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess that
Well,
goes
you have to
for,
remember-
for
yeah,
any
that's-
deity or deities.
Well, you have to remember that in the Immortal Hulk run, they did establish that the one above all, their version of the capital G God,
Mhm.
is actually also their version of the devil when he hulks out. The devil is just God turning into the Hulk.
Okay, that seems Marvel-y. Good for them.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate
No, the
comic
one
books.
below all, is a big green cloud monster that lives in
Oh,
Super Hell.
shut the fuck up about the one below all. That's not
No,
a thing.
he's the one who gives the Hulk and all the other Gamma people their powers. Because it turns out that gamma radiation is the opposite of cosmic radiation.
That's
Shit,
not
Gamma
a...
radiation is evil green space magic that comes from like nuclear bombs, whereas cosmic radiation is cool golden glowy radiation. That's why the Red Hulks are powered by cosmic radiation.
What?
Yeah.
That
Yeah, it
Just be
turns
glad
out
that
that's-
there's no the Joker in Marvel, because otherwise you would have the god that laughs.
Oh yeah, no, that would happen.
Why
Yeah,
is...
there's
why are the red Hulks of cosmic radiation and the green Hulks of not of demonic gamma?
Because the Immortal Hulk run established that cosmic radiation is the opposite of gamma radiation. So therefore, the Red Hulks have to be the opposite of the Green Hulks.
I don't think that's what that means.
No, that's how that works. Because Bruce Banner's dad tried to escape Hell and ended up in Super Hell, where he realized that the Hulk was connected to the one below all, due to both being giant green rage monsters, and he was like, "Oh no, I was right all along. My son was evil." And then the leader, the Hulk villain, showed up in Super Hell as well because he died, and was like, "I've developed a new power in which my head splits open and I turn into a bug monster and I eat Bruce Banner's dad and then I can shapeshift into him. So I'm gonna sneak back to Earth through a magical green door that lets me revive, and then I'm gonna like torment all the Hulks and try to like bring the Hulk back to Super Hell so that he can like be taken over by the one below all." There was a whole plot line. It was very weird. There's a lot of body horror involved. At one point, Hulk's face gets like acid spit in it, and the villain's like, "Haha!" And then Hulk tears his own face off, so he just has a skull face, and he's like, "I'm better now," and then punches him in the face. And it's like, all right, yeah, I guess the Hulk can just do that now. He, like, straight up, there's a point where the Hulk gets like dissected and put into jars, and then like independently controls all of his body parts to break out of the jars and then reassemble. He's just straight up like it firmly establishes
he's
him as
never
just being a
dead.
supernatural. Yeah, Hulk is never dead. That's a large part of the plot, is that any gamma-powered person who dies can literally just come back from the dead immediately by taking one of the green doors out of Super Hell.
Super Hell. Super Hell.
Yep. I keep calling it Super Hell because it is literally like Bruce Banner's dad was in Hell already and then accidentally fell to a lower layer, which is just Hell plus
It's
Hell
where
Premium.
it's where Terrorblade in Dota hangs out.
Yeah.
Add free Hell.
He paid the $250 to get ad-free.
That was fun.
But yeah, no, that was all very silly, but there's technically not an actual capital G god. The closest would be the one above all stuff.
Relating to comic stuff, there was a trailer for the new Marvel Rivals stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just remembered what the trailer was, and I was like, oh right.
Yeah, that was. Everybody loves Null.
They somehow they do, and I don't, and I hate it. I would be someone was talking about like, oh man, if they make a new Marvel vs. Capcom, would you be excited for them to put like all the Null stuff in the game?
No.
I don't
Next
know what that is.
question. Null is the.
Okay, Grav. So Null.
Okay, yeah.
No, take it away, TFP.
Null is the King in Black, which is the creator of all of the symbiotes, and he lives on a planet where he just pumps out like all the Venom symbiotes all the time, called like Clintar or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the secret, is that the planet, I think, is also a dragon, and that's because the Venom, you think it's a spider on his chest, but actually it's a dragon. It's not a spider.
Yeah, the big Venom spider logo is actually a stylized dragon. All along, you just didn't know it. Because it turns out the symbiotes are actually dragons. They're space dragons.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay then, sure.
Mm-hmm. And Null is actually the god of darkness who was around pre-Big Bang. And he was angry because at one point Silver Surfer time traveled back in time and made a sun. And then Null was like, the fuck? What happened to all my darkness? Then they got in a fight. And then Ego the Living Planet did some shit and pissed him off. It was very silly.
Yeah, comic books are weird, and I don't know why people would want that in Marvel vs. Capcom.
I don't know why people would want it in Marvel Comics at all. Well, oh, I do, and it's because people who really, really like Venom want Venom to be more important. So a whole storyline about how Venom is secretly like an agent of the primordial god of darkness is like, it's just basically just so people who like power scaling in comics can sit back and jerk it about how cool Venom is.
Fair
And all the
enough.
symbiotes are.
Also, I know it's one because just as a hot tip, it's very funny to read silly comic book characters' pages on Wikipedia because they just state the most absurd things very flatly. And I want to say, as part of like the Venom event that was like, I forget what it was called, but it was I think the event might have just been called
King in Black.
Yeah, but there's a part where like Venom, Eddie Brock, and Null are fighting in outer space, and Venom grabs the sun and punches Null with it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I like
Because
the
at that point, Venom had gotten like I think Captain Universe's powers, and then also he got Thor's hammer and the Silver Surfer's surfboard, and combined them into a glowing battle axe. And also grew a pair of wings so he could fly in space.
I was gonna
Think
say,
about that for a minute.
I like the Nasuverse, which is, you know, Fate and all that stuff, because on one hand it has all the crazy power scaling, and on the other hand, under the right conditions, the human can just stab a concept with a knife.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I like that a guy can try to check into a hotel and have to be asked how to spell his name, and then he just writes down something completely different. The one Carnival Phantasm gag I remember.
Carnival of the Phantasm's pretty great all around.
Fire consume my enemies!
I should watch that again. It's been a long time since I saw that. What was it? What's his name? Nero?
Yeah, it's the guy from Melty Blood. The nervous corner chaos. And then the lady at the hotel is just like, hey, how do you spell that? And then he just sits there for a moment and then just goes, like this. And it just says Nero, Nero.
Yeah. I'm kind of bummed that most of the Titan stuff now is just that mobile game.
Which one is that mobile game? I feel like I've heard of it.
Fate Go.
Okay.
It's been
Grand
around for-
Order.
Oh,
I
Grand
think
Order.
it-
Yeah, okay. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think it's like over 10 years or something at this point.
Mhm. I'd heard of the Fate Grand Order thing before, but when you said Fate Go, I was just thinking of like the Hitman Go or whatever game they made. And I was
Yeah,
like,
the little
no?
board game.
Yeah.
All the kids are talking about Fate Go, but they need to Fate Go to the polls.
Ugh.
But I do appreciate their Assassin's Creed-esque thing of everyone is a weird, servant.
Oh yeah,
now.
no historical figure will escape.
Mhm.
All of them are either big booby anime ladies or twinks. Wonder if I go back to that Esperanza place, if people will be like, "Oh, you went through the Dark Rift. That's cool. I'm gonna join your squad." These weird little ghost sea butterflies got evasive maneuvers, apparently.
That was fun.
Well, that's a big tornado. Also, I feel like I made it really far without running into a random encounter there.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst!
An utter victory.
Also, you'll have to excuse me for a moment. I'm fighting that tempered Regios from last night. It's
Same.
a huge pain.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that Oda Nobunaga looks pretty cool in Fate.
I mean, you find me a Nobunaga that doesn't look cool, I will show you.
I wish I could remember the dumb pun name that the little cat Nobunaga
Oda
from Warriors
Nobu
All-Stars had.
Nobunaga.
There we go. Yep. I was gonna say, I feel like TFP's favorite version of Nobunaga is already locked in.
It's up there.
Honestly, I'm not sure what other versions of Nobunaga you'd be familiar with. So.
The Pokemon Conquest one looks cool.
Oh, you're right.
I gotta get back to
But
that.
didn't you pass on? Didn't you not play Conquest?
Well, I hadn't, and then you mentioned it in when we were streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows, and then I started playing some.
Oh, okay.
And I went, oh, this is actually pretty good.
We did it!
I can. There we go.
So, what is the actual objective in the game now for the?
So the next crystal is in the in the land of ice, Red Dark Rift, and went Dark Rift, which is down to below the Southern Ocean. And yeah, I'm just kind of running around to some old places because it's like, well, I mean, there were people here that were like, oh, if you sail around the world, come back and talk to us. And I'm gonna show up and rub it in their faces because that's how I roll.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. This is a place, that bar full of depressed people.
Yes. With depressed Waluigi. Oops.
Yes. It's all coming back to me now.
Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, there's depressed Waluigi.
I'm gonna be pissed if he doesn't actually join the team.
He has joined the team.
Yay!
My capture card is having a time tonight, apparently. Also, I never looked back here.
y'all ever seen Charles Babbage in Fate before?
No? What?
Yeah, so about that.
Isn't he the guy? Is that
He's,
what it was called?
he's fucking Potemkin over there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that is a weird mech. It's like if Potemkin got turned into a mech and then was designed by Caitlin from Arcane. That thing on top looks like her hat. That's all I can think of.
You're not wrong.
Also, Edison is some weird space lion, apparently.
I mean, that's true to life.
Okay, yeah. Charles Babbage was the guy who made the difference engine.
Yeah.
Make sure I got that right. He's a superhero space lion
That's strange. How do I get up there?
with a big chest hole for some reason. I mean, to be fair, wasn't Thomas Edison like a Birdman in Miss Marvel?
I have no idea.
Oh no,
TFP, don't you know this?
it was like the Tinkerer or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but wasn't he actually secretly like Thomas Edison?
I don't remember that part.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on, now I gotta look this up. God damn it! I'm trying to fight Sergios and you're making me look up this bullshit. Yes, Thomas Edison, Earth 616, page quote, I am not a bird.
Oh, okay, sure.
Hoping to solve the world's problems, Gregory Knox created cyborg clones of history's greatest minds, beginning with famed inventor Thomas Edison. Unfortunately, Edison's DNA sample was contaminated by Knox's pet cockatiel during the synthesis, turning the clone into a human-bird hybrid.
Comic
Became a
books.
villain known as the Inventor and fought Miss Marvel in her first story arc. So yeah, he was Thomas Edison.
Everybody loves comic books.
They do.
Apparently
Thomas Edison.
Jekyll and Hyde are an assassin in Fate.
I thought you were gonna say an assassin in Assassin's Creed, and I was gonna.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, why not? Jekyll and Hyde the Templar.
Oh, see, one's a Templar and one's the assassin. The other one doesn't know about it.
Oh.
The trick is that Hyde is actually the assassin. He's the good guy.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, back to not Nazrad, but the other city in the desert zone, so I can recruit the fortune teller lady, and then onward to some amount of story progress. Oops, no, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, this is new.
What's new?
There's like a hole here.
Yeah, big hole in the ground.
Oh, right, I totally forgot that Paul Bunyan is a Fate thing.
Yeah, that checks out. I mean, back in the day, that was Fate's bread and butter, was like, not necessarily historical figures, but mythological figures, right? Because it started with, like,
Well,
King Arthur is the main one.
Well, the thing was, they were also technically historical figures, and then there was some that were strictly mythological, but those weren't like true servants. Like in Fate, the original visual novel, the assassin character is a purely fictional assassin, and he gets and bound to like the stairs of the shrine, which he can't leave. And I forget what the deal with being a fictional character versus the non-fictional one was, but I think it's basically a debuff, all things considered.
All I remember is that in the one Fate thing I watched, I don't even remember which one it was that I watched, but it was a Fate thing that I watched where Vlad the Impaler was very, very mad about the vampire myth.
Nice.
Because he was like, no, I'm like the king of Wallachia, I was like a war hero, but all
Yeah.
anyone remembers me for is this fucking Dracula story. So it's like there was a whole thing where like he got summoned on the condition that nobody was going to bring up Dracula.
Nice.
He's like, as long as I can get summoned and just be cool warrior guy, I'm fine with it. But if I turn into a fucking vampire, I'm gonna be so angry.
Yeah, I think that must be Fate Go related.
No, I think it was like there's a show on Netflix.
Right. There have been shows that are Fate Go related.
It was like Alter something. I have to look this up now. Damn it.
Is Fate the people die when they are killed thing?
Yes.
It certainly
Okay.
is, yes.
Because, like, I know that, and I know that there's a Fate lady that's in a fighting game that we played at SGDQ, and I don't remember which fighting game it was.
Nitro Plus Blasters?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Fate Apocrypha. That's the one I watched. That one had Frankenstein as a random anime lady.
Yeah, I think that would be stuff derived from the Fate Go extended universe, whatever you want to call it.
Also, the other random thing relating to weird anime fighters, people were talking about the weird motorcycle ghost that's an assist in DFC. And then I was like,
right, yeah. Yeah,
Hey-
the Dullahan, yeah, Celtic.
yeah. And then I was like, you know
Oh,
what?
yeah, she's from Durarara.
Yeah. DFC for being a weird anime thing. Good time.
Yeah. I'm all about weird anime things.
I just
I was
wish.
thinking recently that I should go back and rewatch Bakano, but apparently no one has the streaming rights to that, so it's hard to
Yeah.
find anywhere.
Weird.
Yeah, you just have to torrent some DVD rips or whatever. Bakano's a good time.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite animes, so I was like, just thinking about it recently, like, I haven't seen that in forever. I should watch it again. See if it still holds up.
See some rail tracing.
The my one complaint about DFC is that Kino is an assist and not an actual character.
I forget, TFB, have you ever seen Bakano?
No.
I feel like you would like Bakano.
I feel like I'm vaguely familiar with it.
That was
We should do a Bakano watch like party thing. I would watch that with you guys.
I would also watch that, but I'm not sure if TFP is down to watch a whole anime season. Then again, considering how many bad games we've sat through,
I mean, we can watch a few episodes and see if TFP likes it or not. I mean,
that's true. If nothing else, he will probably like the opening. 'Cause, man,
yeah.
that Bakano opening is real good.
the
Also,
opening
TFP
cannot be disliked.
Hold on, let me find a picture here. I think I know how to convince TFP to watch Bakano. Oh wait, that's the problem. I forgot Google's search is weird now.
I was gonna say there are a number of character designs in there he would definitely like. I can't think of. Oh, are there any detectives in Bakano? I can't remember.
I technically, like, I think the closest would be, like, the newspaper people.
Right, yeah.
Because they are technically trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
But there's a very specific character that I was like, oh, this character is made for TFP, so he'd probably enjoy that.
Yeah, I was thinking he's like Ellis.
Can I...
Not sure who else. There's a lot of good characters in Picano.
Hi.
It's been a while since I've seen that thing. It isn't too much bigger than the last time I saw it.
It is more yellow now, though. And it is now big enough to swallow a man.
Ghost mail. Ghost problems. Ghost can't eat. Spin the wheel, make a deal with a ghost.
Oh dear.
I want to point out that many of the things this is spitting out are now larger than it could have possibly swallowed.
Don't worry about it. I received a sword. Oh, the controller is really rumbling. I received 2 gold bullion? What is this bird thing eating?
Gold, apparently.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was thinking that, unlike Monster, we definitely could get through Bacano together.
Yeah.
How many episodes was Monster again? It's like over 100, isn't it?
Oh, it's insane.
Oh god, it's big.
Oh, geez, what happened to your head?
Oh, like, did the swirl change direction?
Yes, it's now a
Yeah,
forward
okay.
swirl instead of a backward
Oh, I
swirl.
like that less.
I received the Constitution gem.
It's not worth as much these days.
Hey.
Boom.
Boom.
Check out this GIF.
She just karate chopped that man in the neck,
Yes.
as you do.
Cool lady in a suit, karate chopping dudes in the neck. If that doesn't get TFP
that
on
is
board,
my
I don't know what
aesthetic.
will.
Ghost mail. Floats eerily when released.
Oh dear.
Okay. So it's a Maramba for the last side stop moment. Just like straight ahead. Way. Yep.
Now I'm just looking through my anime folder and thinking, man, I should rewatch some of these. There have been some good animes back in the days. yeah, speaking of vaguely anime stuff, Berserk. I think noticed that there was a new manga chapter somewhere. Does that mean that whoever's taken that over has started putting them out?
Oh, I guess they have. I knew they talked about that, back after he
Mhm.
passed away, but I wasn't sure if
Right.
they'd ever actually gotten started. I guess they have. It's one of those things where I haven't kept up with it because I honestly just don't want to know.
Fair enough.
It's like the original author's gone. I don't really care what happens to it at this point. Like, I know there's a continuation, but it's not the same. So,
Rides the shoe puff. Yay! Recruited the fortune teller.
yay.
Go equip the other sword back. I do like that the sword that I got from the imposter that talks about like high attack power, low accuracy is weaker than what I had before. Okay, I believe the answer to where I need to go to continue the story is below the South Ocean. So let's go that away.
Take that shoe puff right off the cliff into the ocean.
Yep.
Speaking of shoe puffs, they banned a ton of cards in Magic just recently.
Oh, yeah, I
Uh,
heard.
Did they
Yes,
ban
Andrew
Ride the
was-
Shoe Puff?
No, they did not ban anything from Final Fantasy.
No. Well,
Just
I
too
mean,
bad,
actually
'cause
good.
As much as I love Vivi,
Yeah.
that
Vivi-
card is a problem.
Yeah, Vivi seems like he will continue to be a problem.
Like, I'm happy for the boy, but Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
It is not Final Fantasy Magic related, but I was very entertained by the recent shuffle up and play with the professor threatening to sing the Raphael song because his
Man, I wish the Baldur's Gate 3 cards had come to Arena.
because the his commander was Raphael.
Okay, Sergios is finally almost dead.
Yay!
If I was smart, I'd grab a trap and just end this. But instead,
That was fun.
Not quite where I thought I was going. I think I need to be on the other side of this zone here. Grogurp.
That was easy.
This looks like the land of ice. I see a bunch of ice floating around.
Way to put two and two together.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst!
That was easy.
I found the lands of ice.
Nice. Done.
Well, we gotta
Fuck
go.
that guy.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. I was like,
Celebrating my victory. Fuck
I heard,
this guy.
I heard done, and I was like, well, we gotta find, you know, the crystal before we celebrate the victory. And then I was like, oh right, Seregios.
Oh man, that guy. The tempered version of that guy is more of a pain than he should be. I feel.
Slam to burst!
Take this and cook.
We did it!
Aurora Borealis, localized entirely in your kitchen.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst!
An utter victory.
Oh,
Yes.
another tempered Seregios has appeared.
Oh, good.
Guess I'll save him as an investigation. Meanwhile, Lagiacrus, nowhere to be seen over here. Still waiting.
Oh god, so many birds.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst! That was fun!
I assume that is a thing in Rune Factory of shoes of tripping, and that is a very funny thing to make shoes of. Go like below
Man.
the ice.
That just makes me think of the old, what were they? The Boots of Blinding Speed from Morrowind.
Oh, they
which
just make
gave
your
you
screen
a
black?
Ridiculously, yeah, they gave you like a ridiculously high athletic score, and then also just blinded you. So you could move incredibly quickly as long as you didn't care about seeing where you were going. Oh, they're called wet shoes.
Ah, that's an unpleasant...
that.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst! That was fun! Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst!
Take this, you crook.
Anyway, the fun aside is that we've made very little story progress. We just did a bunch of side things, and hey, everyone's maxed out on red. Cool. We defeated the team of doppelgangers that was making our reputation bad.
Over there.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst!
That is true. We ran into Red Vice as opposed to Green Marth.
That was easy.
Was there a doppelganger situation in Fire Emblem?
I mean, besides the one from the Awakening DLC, I don't think so.
Oh, wait, then what's Green Marth?
Like, it's what, like, Smash people call all the Fire Emblem characters is just color Marth.
Oh, I see.
I don't think I was
Well,
supposed
there
to
might
go
have been an
into
actual
this.
doppelganger situation happening within one of those games, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Like, I mean, there's Chris, who's, I think, gets confused for Marth at one point in Mystery of the Emblem, but it's not really a thing, because it gets cleared up quickly.
Mhm.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst!
I mean, I guess like part of the plot of FE7, which is the one that came out here as Fire Emblem, like there are doppelgangers involved because there's the bad guy creates these things called morphs, which are just like weird bodies of what is that thing? That seems scary. Oh, yeah, that's a fight. Oh, God. Well, you know what? Let's... And it's kind of the first thing I've seen all, exploring the Land of Ice, so I guess let's fight the weird dream catcher. I forgot about the Crom impersonator in Awakening.
Oh, you know, yeah, I had forgotten about that whole plotline.
We did it!
Okay, let's fight this weird thing. Anyway, ship combat. I'm gonna set this controller
Yeah.
down.
That is a fucked up looking spider. Really don't like it. That looks almost like something that would pop up in like Final Fantasy X. It's very ornate. Also, not gonna lie, it seems like it shouldn't be very structurally sound. Should be a quick fight.
Well, I missed with my one shot this round, so,
Slightly longer fight.
Shaggy! Mr. Boombastic.
Zoink, Scoob.
Jesus Christ, that effect. Strobing light warning, everybody.
Yeah. If I say it's the back, it's the back. Fire at the back.
Moonstone cannon, fire!
No, that was certainly a Moonstone Cannon. It really does seem like I should just, like, drive my ship through the web part, and then that would end this fight, you know?
It really does kind of feel that way, but... I mean, honestly, it feels like anything you do should shatter the web, and then this thing is like, oh, I'm having a bad time. It's so thin.
That's a very good point. That is what flies think, and then they get eaten by spiders.
Fair enough.
I do like that this thing's moves are just spiral and shaggy.
What is this? Was this just out on the world map?
This was just out on the world map. I'm beginning to think
Maybe that's the thing.
this was not plot relevant because I snuck a peek at the thing, but you know what? It's cool looking.
You found an optional super boss.
I sure did.
Man, I would read Junji Ito's
Scooby-Doo.
That'd be amazing. Random question: have you ever read any of Junji Ito's stuff, TFB?
I've never read it. I'm familiar with some bits of it.
Okay.
Like I know the whole that was made for me,
Mhm.
but I also am always very entertained by the fact that he seems like the cheeriest person.
Oh yeah. Seems like a very nice man. Despite constantly making horrifying things that will haunt my nightmares.
Yeah.
I think my favorite Junji Ito thing is there was a... Well, favorite's a weird way to put it, but, like, he had a thing called Hellstar Ramina, which was basically just a story about some dude looks through a telescope and sees a star off in the distance, and he's like, oh man, I'm gonna name this after my daughter, Ramina. And then the thing, like, turns in the telescope and looks at him, and it's just like a planet with a big eyeball, and it like looks down the telescope at him, and then starts slowly moving towards Earth, while also eating every planet on the way, like some kind of fucked up Galactus. And he's like, well, I've doomed the Earth by seeing something out in the stars.
Isn't that a like in World of Horror? Isn't that like one of the things in that?
Probably. World of Horror is very Junji Ito based.
I thought one of the old gods was like a weird planet in the
one
distance.
One of the old gods is in fact a big planet with an eyeball and you see it. The item that is summoning it is a telescope. Yeah, it's literally just that, because it's drifting towards Earth and stars are disappearing.
'Cause if I recall correctly,
Ath-Yolazith.
if I recall correctly, like the whole thing when you mess it up is like nothing bad immediately happens because it's just like, well, we can't stop it, and this thing is just coming for us, so you know, whatever.
Yeah, the bad ending. Within the next 10 years, Earth is going to be devoured, and there's nothing you can do about it anymore. I think that might be Junji Ito's most, like, Lovecraftian-ass story.
Moonstone cannon, fire!
Moonstone cannon, this spider. Jesus, that animation takes a lot longer than I remember it taking.
Yeah,
You were really bug zapping the hell out of that poor thing.
just a little bit.
But hey, congratulations. Was
I
it
did.
worth the 3,500 experience?
I got a goddess figure and an air purifier.
Oh, good.
I think the
I
air
should get an air purifier.
I think the air purifier is one of those things that doesn't really do anything. It just, like, you know, it's for like one of the titles. Okay, well, that was not what I was supposed to do, but
you got it out of the way.
I got it.
Prevents you from having to do it later.
So, like, oh, there we go. Ruins of Ice. That seems to be where it wants me to go. There's a Cham. You know, I like ice zones for the most part.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not a lot of people's favorites.
I don't.
These are cool with ice stuff unless they have weird temperature mechanics.
Yeah.
Like in terms of things I don't like, I mean, I'm with everyone in that, you know, sewer stuff usually not great, but
That, you know, that's actually a very good point. That the Snowflake song that was in Persona 4 Golden is like my favorite Persona song.
Fair. I mean, all the ice stuff added in Persona 4 is pretty good, because you get to do the cool ski trip and all that.
Yeah.
And that's just a fun time.
Persona 1,
Awkwardly trapped
that,
in a cabin.
a game that I've definitely played.
also the Ice Palace in Secret of Mana is awesome, and you get to fight Santa Claus.
That seems like that was the incorrect answer.
And they should have done more with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. One of the things they should have done was add a Christmas event where you get to take on Santa with the Infinity Gauntlet, like what happened in the comics.
They should have added the Gwenpool Christmas special with
That may have been going a bridge too far.
probably. Maybe 4. Okay, that seems like that was maybe the right answer. I don't know. It didn't make a weird noise at me. We talked about it a little bit earlier. That was also not the right answer, turns out. Speed is
Yeah,
convinced...
mostly we just talked about null.
Yeah. Speed is convinced that
The what?
the song that plays when Blade shows up is a remix of the song from the first Blade movie.
Someone said that, and I'm not sure if it's true, but he's not the first person I've seen who said that.
Oh, okay. Then he's probably correct. And then I revealed that my secret is the only thing I know about the first Blade movie is that some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
I mean, the other thing you should know about the first Blade movie is it's pretty good.
I like Blade 2.
Blade 2 is also good. Blade had a good track record, movie-wise, until Trinity.
I blame Triple H.
Yeah, that's fair. Blame that Brian Reynolds guy. Who does he think he is? But yes, I'm okay with the Marvel Rival new season, whatever. Luckily, I've managed to escape Marvel Rivals. Since Monster Hunter came out, I've just been obsessed with that and avoiding spending any more money on skins for Rivals.
Aren't you so excited to get Hela but all nullified?
Not really.
Don't you just love Null?
I really don't. I would argue Null is one of my least favorite things in comics in a significant amount of time. Like, I know I was talking about it earlier, but I much, much prefer the Immortal Hulk one below all nonsense to Null.
I would prefer neither.
Well, yeah, obviously in a perfect world, neither of those things ever happened. But in a hypothetical world where I had to pick one poison, I would rather have the Immortal Hulk stuff than the Donny Cates Null stuff.
Did the weird Hulk Devil thing happen before or after Doom Eternal?
After.
They totally ripped off Doom Eternal.
Probably. See, here's the problem. I have a really hard time knowing that for sure because
Okay.
comics are weird and things that I feel like were recent are actually like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not really the same thing. Just thinking. Turns out Doom Guy is Satan / God.
And then the demons were Doom Guy.
Yeah.
I mean, probably if you're, you know, asking like, you know, in a comic book fight, probably Null because he's the only one who's like vaguely a deity.
I mean, are we talking about Cyclops when he was the Phoenix?
Probably not.
Okay, well then, probably Null. I do appreciate that everyone's getting their dumb Phoenix costumes. Oh, as far as people I like, of those, I'm actually going to say Morbius. Because Morbius was in the really dumb Frankencastle story arc, and also sometimes hangs out with Elsa Bloodstone.
That's true.
Which makes him automatically better than everyone else on that list.
It's really white in here. Oh god! Hey, there's a hole here. You're very funny, Speed.
Eat shit, Sergios.
Speaking of Irithyll, Jesus, look at this place.
Wow.
I mean, they froze. What do you think happened?
Oh, this place is giving me vibes of something, but I'm not sure what. Like, I think it kind of reminds me of the, like, weirdly, the, like, summoning shrine puzzles from FF10.
I was gonna say, and this is probably a weird vibe pull, but it reminds, like, there's a section of that 2008 Prince of Persia game.
Okay.
The one with the cool art style. That this kind of reminds me of. It is not giving Orphan Scion of Sorcery.
Oh, but Orphan Scion of Sorcery is so good, though. That's a game I still occasionally think about, because I never finished it when I was young. And sometimes I think about whether or not I should go back and try to find that and play it again. There's no Dragon Valor, but it was still a lot of fun.
I don't think I'm familiar with Dragon Valor.
I've talked about it before, but it was like a PS1 era RPG where the whole gimmick was that you played as like generations of main characters hunting dragons. And you like the stuff you did as a character determined who their descendant would be and what the next part of the story was. So it's like in the first part, if you're playing as this dude hunting a dragon, and if you save the princess, then you marry the princess and your son is like the prince of the kingdom and he's a knight and he's got a lance and everything. But if you marry the mechanic lady, your son is a pirate and he's got like a cutlass and they go hunt two different dragons.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a whole thing, and the family line like split off further from there.
Fire consume my enemies! Slam to burst!
I say RPG, it's more like action RPG. It was kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it's a genre that doesn't really exist anymore, but it was like 2D kind of platformer action game with like not super deep combat. You had like an attack button and a magic button, something like that.
Let's try this.
Moons blast us.
Moons! Petrify my enemies!
Let us be thankful for our safety.
Level up.
Cutlass Fury!
Damn it. Even this weaker tempered Sergios is still an asshole.
Yeah, I could see it.
I've yet to be KO'd by him, which is a massive upside from the other one, but like, Jesus Christ, just die.
Received the ice splitter. Is that a sword? Oh. Oh, it's a boomerang. I was really hoping there would be a clearer way to go from there than just, well, there's a boomerang down there.
Fire consume my enemies! Lamp to burst!
Over there.
Yeah!
And they run away.
That was easy.
That would be very funny. But also, I'm glad it doesn't do that. Oops.
Over there.
Move! Give me strength!
Sergios 2 down.
Yeah, that was not as damaging as I was hoping it would be. It does kind of feel like the better answer is to just, like, Cutlass Fury them.
This is a very silly enemy design.
Just a worm encased in ice that just kind of meanders around a little bit.
So, you know, what Speed was talking about actually does remind me. Can you think of any, like, where to put this? What's your favorite, like, secret game over or secret ending in a game?
I mean, so the first one that came to mind was the Far Cry 4 one. Because I think that was clever at the time, and I think all the other times they've tried to replicate it have been significantly lamer.
That was fun.
Trying to think of other fun, like... There's some funny ones in Baldur's Gate, like you can put on the masks in the silly anti-area and die.
I was gonna say, for me, the one that comes to mind is all of the dumb joke endings from like Nier Automata,
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
but especially the one where you eat the fish and just die.
How about you?
Yeah, it turns out apparently robots were not made to handle fish oil, and you just immediately die from fish. Something about that is very funny to me.
The I'm sure I am not, but I remember when I was doing the Switch 2 stream, it was very funny to think about, because I got an ending on Nier Automata. I got the blow up in the base ending. Because it was on the list, yeah. I may be the first person to get that specific ending on Switch 2. I don't know if I'm the first person to get unending in general on Switch 2. But because I was trying it just because it was on the list of like, this isn't gonna work on Switch 2, and then it totally did. And I was like, what? Oh, that's not gone well.
That's a lot of damage.
Let's try this.
While animations are happening.
Here goes.
I feel like there are some kind of funny ones in, you know, like old point and click adventure games have some funny ones.
I will say, I mentioned there was that game that I played last year, the Crimson Diamond, the old like text parser adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
That one had a couple of funny, but also like jarringly out of place endings where you'd like just randomly die. So it's like, oh, you walked near these rocks on the edge of a cliff, like next to this like waterfall, and the game repeatedly said, by the way, these are slippery, and if you walk over there, you just fall off and die. Or like there was one where, what was it? Oh, if you go to like the bathroom of the hotel and take a shower on the first night, you just get stabbed psycho style by like a random silhouette who appears.
It's like that one ending from Death Comes True the other day.
Yeah.
Of just like surprise club.
That was a very weird game. Yeah, I can't off the top of my head think of too many other random secret endings. Mostly I was thinking of the Nier Automata stuff when I said that, when I asked the question.
There is some funny
Oh,
ones.
and Devil May Cry 5, like when you beat
yeah.
the boss early. That's fun.
There's some fun ones on this list from like in Myst. You can go into the place that would get you the good ending, but without the thing that gets you the good ending, and then you just end up stuck like with the one guy, and it's just like, and that guy's like, you're a dumbass.
It does remind me that a similar thing can happen with Baldur's Gate 3, where you can basically forget or lose the hammer.
Oh yeah.
When you go to do the ending of the game, Raphael brings it back to you and is like, "You fucking dumbass."
Let's try this.
In the bouncer, if you run out of time trying to find the key card to unlock the cargo to stop the train from crashing with rocket fuel, the collision into the building is more destructive and causes seawater to rush through the explosions. Everybody loves the bouncer.
They don't. Very few people do, in fact. That said, random thing I just completely don't know why I didn't think of this. Alternate endings, Silent Hill.
There's a lot of those in there.
The entire chain of UFO endings, dog ending.
The joke here is that Speed streamed the bouncer.
Was it worth it?
That was easy.
I had a good time. Mostly because I was not playing the bouncer.
Fair.
Fire consume my enemies! Lambda burst!
I'll be back in a minute.
We won! We won!
I feel like a lot of these on this list that I found are just if you get to the last level and die, you get a different cutscene. It's talking about like in elevator action returns. If you die on the last mission, you get a different ending screen. Like, well, yeah, but that's not. I feel like that's not quite what we're looking for here.
Okay. Hey, Speed Slasher, you're here. You know more about anime, generally speaking, than TFP, I imagine.
That's true.
So, can you vouch for me and Grav and say that Bakano is an anime that TFP would probably enjoy? See, the problem with talking to the chat and asking them questions is you never know if they're actually there or if, like, you just had to run to the bathroom or something. So it's entirely possible that question is just wasted air.
Also, there's, you know, delay.
Oh, yeah, that too. I'm just saying that I always have that thought in my head whenever I have to ask anything of the chat. So it's like, they're not real people. They're digital text people. They could be anywhere. They could be doing anything.
I've been shown a gif of a cool lady in a suit karate chopping a man in the neck. And I was like, that's cool. I mean, to be fair, you also have to realize that, like, for the most part, in terms of, like, I'll watch anything with people. Remember that time I watched Terminator Genesis?
Yeah.
Remember how before that I had just gotten done watching Man of Steel?
That was a hell of a night.
It was the weirdest movie night.
I still say at some point we need to actually, like, what do you call it? We need to counterbalance that night with a night of good things instead of bad things. See, the problem here, Speed, is that I'm only calling you the anime guy in comparison to TFP. Is that... What is that creature?
The weird bird yeti.
Okay. I think I was looking at him wrong. I need to see him from the other angle. Okay, yeah, he is like a sloth thing. I thought he had like two heads, and that there was like his whole lower body was also like another torso. But he's just positioned weirdly.
Yeah.
How could you be the comic guy compared to TFP? TFP worked on Marvel games.
That's a darn good point. Look at this thing.
TFP has played the Guardians of the Galaxy game and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and Midnight Suns.
It's true.
Oh, are you the Sonic comics guy?
He got a juice.
Also, I like this weird fat robot you're fighting. Fat security drone.
Oh, that's the thing I was looking for that would make my that meter very full. Whoops, nope, not Ica. Nope, oh god! Stop! Buttons! How do they work? His name is Gato, and he is... Defeat me for 7 points. I forget his song.
Let's try this.
Avalauncher is a good name. Ouchies.
Over there.
Yeah. Let's try this.
Get him.
Whoa. death laser. That was... That did like an eighth of the damage of the Avalauncher. Why is it called a death laser?
Maybe it has a chance of instant death.
Maybe. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. That's the plan anyway. Why, what's up? Oh, I think Fina's going down.
See that death laser put her over the edge? Mock the death laser.
Yeah, because the Avalauncher does so much more damage.
Let's try this.
I mean, I'll be around for the beginning. Oh, I thought you were playing the horse game. Ah, okay. That explains it. There's something very funny about the concept of you Googling Go-Go Muffin. Oh, well. I exploded the robot. And Fina's dead in the corner. Oh, now she's back. I probably should have looked around a little more before just immediately going there. That's okay. Oh, hey, Drachma.
Whoa.
How did you get here?
I do appreciate this guy's constant gimmick of just disappearing and then reappearing.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, is the big space whale the purple weapon? Is that what we're getting at?
Oh. Wait, then why would it have been active?
This is the secret that someone has the purple crystal.
Oh,
Oh, it has the purple crystal. apparently.
Oh.
Plurgoth. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Dick move, Purple Civilization.
Yeah. Also, how did you, like, find things to eat?
Maybe the purple crystal made it so he didn't have to. It's weird magic stuff. It could do that. Oh, wait. When you were asking about finding stuff to eat, you meant drachma, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking about the whale, and I was like, it probably doesn't have to eat. It's a weird monster. But yeah, no. For him, it's very confusing, in fact. Are there any, like... Well, no. There are those sloth things in this dungeon. He can kill and eat those.
I guess.
There's organic stuff. Aw. Poor space whale.
Fireworks in the distance.
Just anticlimactically coughs out the crystal. Yeah.
Aw. Look, you can only have 4 party members. You got a twink there. I ain't gonna replace him.
Uh-huh.
What is this, game changer? We've been here the whole time?
God damn it. Ramirez comes out holding a bingo card.
Bye. Here he goes. Alright, that seems like as good a place as any. We got another moon crystal. I think we have to go back to Crescent Isle now, and that's far away. And we'll do that next time on Skies of Arcadia.
Next time.
Next time. How close are we to
On
the
plus
ending
side.
here?
At least you got rid of that spider.
That's true.
I think we can all rest easier knowing that spider is dead.
I think we're
Like, imagine just knowing that somewhere in the world there's a giant spider just hanging out.
I mean, I hate to break this to you.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in the world, there's a giant spider just hanging.
Okay, yeah, they're big spiders, but I mean like a spider that could eat a ship.
Okay, that's not that big.
Yeah. Like, imagine just knowing that. Yeah, like, it's not around you right now. You might never see it in your entire life, but somewhere out there, there is, in fact, just a giant spider. I
Yeah.
would not be into it, so I'm glad you killed this thing.
Cheating by looking at this walkthrough, the next section is step 50, and there are 62, according to the table of contents. So, we're getting there. We are progressing through Skies of Arcadia. We will progress more probably tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.